Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oot Podcast, episode 2. We are live from your mom's butthole. You have Keanu Dean,
Oh, I
co-host
love it there.
Extreme, and you got Rob E, the co-host with the most.
You already know.
Facts. Yeah, so I'm happy. We had a good day today. I know things were kind of like, we are supposed to record yesterday, but that's cool. I kind of like the Thursday recording, which is fire,
Yeah.
because then I have a little bit more
Yeah.
time throughout the week.
Facts. Yeah, like things can happen throughout the week, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Also, wait, hold on. Do I look choppy on your screen? Sorry.
a little bit. It just seems like could be like your internet.
I hope it's not. Cause like I'm looking at myself and it seems choppy right now.
Yeah, it's a little like choppy. Like your voice sounds good. It's just the video is a little weird.
Okay. Well, should we still like work with it or what?
Yeah, we'll work with it. I feel like it'll get better. You like it has its moments
Okay.
where it goes in and out. So
Like lately, like literally.
What'd you say?
Oh, I said lately the internet's just been acting weird, but yeah, like I like it later too because like things can happen throughout the week, and yeah, like for example like the inauguration or anything like that. So
Yeah, because I feel like news always starts at the beginning of the week, so it gives us extra time to like look at everything and then build it, so we can have the cast about it. It's cool.
right,
So
yeah.
transitioning into like what we are just talking off camera, I asked Rob before we started the podcast if he considered like people who write like so think about it, a rapper, right? So a rapper who wants to go freestyle on a radio show. Do you consider a freestyle just like off the dome, or does it also qualify, say if they write so much and then they go on the radio show and then they use what they wrote on the freestyle?
So for me, like me personally, I think that a freestyle is literally what it is, off the dome freestyle. I don't mind if you freestyle and use some verses in the freestyle, then go back to freestyling,
Mm-hmm.
because you can tell when somebody's freestyling. You can tell when that's straight off the dome, and you can tell when it's like very rehearsed. I understand why artists do that because obviously they don't want to embarrass themselves. They don't want to look stupid. As a rapper, the worst thing you could do is go on a radio show and they're like, kick a freestyle, and you're like, look at Drake, like with the BlackBerry, like yeah, like he can't freestyle, which is fine. He's a great artist, but I feel like if you want to be considered like the best rapper, then you have to be able to do that too. It's just part of it. Like all the greats that that people think are great, they come from that era where they'll be like kick something right now and you just go off the top of your head and spit. So I think that yeah, especially yeah, you basically have to go off the dome. Like look at Juice World, bro. This dude will go for like 40 minutes off the dome. Like
Facts.
it's ridiculous.
You did like 2 back-to-back
What
1 hour
I mean?
freestyles.
So I just think that's the difference between a rapper MC versus like an artist, because
Mm-hmm.
some of these rappers are like packaged artists to where everything's kind of like, it's almost like acting. Like everything's there, the script, everything, the light, you hit record and it goes. And I'm not taking anything away from people that do that, and I'm not saying that that's not difficult and hard to do. That's still hard to do, but people that could do that and freestyle is just a second to none.
Yeah, I
It's like
agree.
ridiculous. Like Kendrick.
Kendrick's a whole different
So
beast.
yeah.
Like all the greats like you said that can actual freestyle, like I feel like those are the type of artists that generally do really like the best. But I feel like it also comes to like a thing too, like I don't know, like I feel like someone could freestyle it really well, but like they can't transition that into a song sometimes, like the structure wise of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And even like battle rappers, like you'll see them, they'll battle somebody, which is already intense because like this dude's like trying to kill you, like your whole spirit. Freestyle some of that stuff, obviously memorize some of it, come up
Mm-hmm.
with these crazy lines, but then you'll put them in the studio for a song and it'll be trash.
Yeah,
It'll be offbeat, or the concept of the song was just stupid. And I'm like, damn, bro, like it's crazy. It's very rare that people can do both, but I guess that's just kind of like people are just good at different things, and there's just those greats that can do everything.
yeah. But like you said last week when we did the podcast, we talked about like Wayne and Jay-Z, how they never write. Like those are just
Yeah.
anomalies in like the music industry. Like guys that can literally
Mm.
go into the booth, do a whole hook and their verses and make sense throughout the whole entire thing and make hits. Like that shit's crazy to me.
It's insane, and I think that if you ever want to be considered like the best, or like you're in the game, you're like, oh, I'm the best. This if you can't do like that type of stuff, then like you could be like the person that sells the most and the most marketable, but like, are you the best rapper? Like, not in my book, but
Hmm.
I don't know. I judge that stuff kind of critically. Like, nah, bro, you can't really spit like that. Like even Little Dicky can freestyle better than rappers that are like supposed to be like hella good rapper. That dude just goes off.
Yeah, he like spazzes
Yeah.
out sometimes, just fucking crazy. And the one thing I
Hmm.
like about Lil Dicky too is that he puts comedy into it, and then he'll go into like a conversation, and then go straight back into the freestyle, and then still like the way he does it is so crazy to me. Like he has two of my favorite
Yeah.
freestyles I've ever seen. Like, and
Hmm.
that's why like you said, Anomaly is like that dude also can be direct his own TV show, act in it, and do all these different things. He's a marketing genius too
Yeah.
himself. Like Lil Dicky,
Hmm.
like he doesn't get enough credit sometimes. That dude is a genius as well.
Oh no, yeah, hands down. And I mean, at first I didn't buy into him because I was like, save that money. Like, this is cool. It's funny.
Hmm.
Oh, you're like the funny rapper, like whatever. But when I started seeing his freestyle, and that's the thing to me, like even Juice World, right? When you guys first showed me Juice World, I know you guys love Juice World. You're like Juice World,
Hmm.
and I'm like, okay. I heard Lucid Dreams, and I was like, no, like I
That's
don't
my
want to hear
least favorite
this
song.
depressing shit, huh?
I said I hate that song.
I know, but like that, you got to understand. That's the first song I ever heard,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I hear that song on the radio, and I'm driving to work to Cal Fit, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like this depressing new rap where all these kids are just like depressed or whatever. So then, time goes along. You guys show me a couple other songs. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But what really won me over was that Eminem freestyle.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, Juice WRLD's dope. But you see how like I hear some songs, and I'm not saying that he doesn't make dope songs. Now you know me, I love hella Juice WRLD songs,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
uh, it was that freestyle where I was like, oh shit, like look, like this is he can rap, sing kind of melodies, like do that. Like this dude he's insane.
Yeah,
Like it's even Eminem said it. Eminem gave him that clout. You know what I
yeah. He
mean?
gave him that like credit, like that cosign practically. Same thing with Dicky.
Yeah.
Dicky said too on like a podcast, like he said he never met Juice WRLD, but he says that he's the best freestyle he's ever seen because he can do it for so long, but still make complete sense throughout it. And like
Yeah.
he can switch his flows up so well. Like he won't do the same flow. He'll go into like a singing. He'll go to like the fast rap. Like the way he switches his flows up are so crazy to me too. And
Yeah.
that's just crazy. Like freestyle, I feel like I don't know if it's an acquired skill. I feel like you have to have it too to freestyle. Like some people just
Hmm.
cannot freestyle like to save their days, and they can try and practice as much as they can, but I feel like you have to be quick with it, like quick minded, and you have to be like witty with what you're
Yeah.
saying and have that knowledge in your
Yeah.
head because you're pulling like for you an example, like there's some stuff that you'll pull and I'm like, how does he even know to say that already? Like how quick you are with it sometimes. And I'm like, that shit does not
Yeah.
like make sense to me. Like I will sit in the shower for 10 minutes to come up with one bar.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like honestly, I think what you said is just some of that stuff's like innate ability. I never really like. I just did it for fun with friends, and then it grew and grew, and then it got to a point where like it just was just something I could do. And I feel like with some rappers, like you're right, like they just some can't freestyle because it has to be planned out and it has to be like structured in their mind, and then some can
Hmm.
just go off the top and just pull stuff out of their mind and be witty with it and make the people laugh and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that I always appreciate about hip hop, and I just think that as a rapper, like you just got to be able to do that. That's why I love people that even if you don't like their music that much, like you're not bumping it all the time, but you see some of that, it gives you another layer of like of the rapper to where you can still appreciate that. Like I appreciate Little Dicky's freestyles almost more than his songs.
Oh,
You know what I
facts.
mean?
I prefer
Like
his
when I see his
freestyles over his
freestyles, I'm
songs.
like, oh shit, like don't think this dude can't rap, bro. Like you think he's like this weird white dude, but when he starts rapping, like shut your ass up.
You want to know something funny?
You know what
So
I mean?
one song that we do fuck so heavy with is Freaky Friday. That song is a slap. Does not matter when you
Oh
could
yeah,
put it
that's a
on.
banger. Yeah.
That song, and
It's
it's
just
the
positive
whole
vibes,
song is
yeah.
funny, but it
Yeah. Chris
slaps.
Brown can't miss, bro. Yeah. Yeah. And then like even his show, like he freestyled when he was in the studio with YG or whatever.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know if that was a freestyle or what, but even that was like dope. So I just love artists like that can do that. There's so many too that like King Los and like Royce the 5'9". There's just so many
Hmm.
artists that when they can go on a show like Funk Flex and just go retarded, it's just like, bruh, like this is dope.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's one thing too. Like, so I know we're talking about Juice WRLD a second. I forgot what I was gonna say, but now I remembered. So, like, one thing
yeah,
that I like have watched or like listened to his friends that were like around him and stuff like that, or like that dude Cole Bennett who did like Lyrical Lemonade, who films and everything like that.
yeah,
He said Juice WRLD
yeah.
would like wake up, start freestyle like nonstop throughout the whole day to the point where it got annoying because he's freestyling so much throughout the day. And I'm like, bro, how can you wake up and instead of talking normal, you're just freestyling and you're freestyling everything you're doing? So that's the type of
I feel
level
like he
of
just
like
yeah.
craziness.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He just once you do it so much, it's like a muscle. It's literally like a muscle, and it gets stronger and stronger to where it's just like unstoppable. That's what happened with me. Like I used to rap freestyle and be like, I'm going down the street looking for a beat, trying to find some heat, like just trying to find words that rhyme. Then you start going and going. Then you're like, I'm going down the street looking like a heat, going with a treat, hit a deep beat. Like you just go off, and you're just like it just connects more, and then it's literally like a muscle. It's like working out.
Oh
So
yeah.
Juice WRLD probably got to the point where it's like he could probably freestyle like he's talking to you, like Keanu Dean, how you doing? Was your day ruined? I don't
I'm
know.
like,
Like just start going.
I'm like,
You
goddamn.
know what I'm
You just wrote a whole ass song asking how my day was.
saying? For real, and it probably was fire too.
Yeah. Did you listen to the Bad Boy song with him and Thug?
Oh, bro, no, I was supposed to watch the video, and then it was like on my phone. And I like, or you put it in our group chat,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like about to watch it, and then something happened, and I forgot to go back to it. I think I heard a snippet, but I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, you
Matter of
you
fact,
have to listen to it. It's actually like one, it's a high energy song, so that's like been my workout song to start off with every day. And like Juice WRLD's bars in there, like even his introduction when he says Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, I'm a bad boy. I was like, goddamn. How'd you think of that? And the beat's so fire too.
when did he record this, bro? Like,
I think he recorded it in 2019. Yeah, 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 yeah.
oh yeah, that's a slap.
Mhm.
I just added it to my playlist.
Yeah, you gotta listen to it like when you get the chance where you can like play it loud and just vibe. That song's so dope to me.
Yeah. No, next time when we kick it, we're gonna. You already know we're gonna slap that, and we're gonna go ham.
Ham.
All right,
Bro, I
hold on one
can't
second. I'm
wait.
about to grab some water.
Okay, facts. Hey, 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 hey. Stay with the heat. So Ghost Energy, if you guys want to sponsor me, like on the gang, like if I ever get there, let me know. I will take that sponsorship. You guys have these energy drinks, fire. I haven't had your pre-workout or anything like that, but these are fire though.
We need some water so we stay hydrated. Bro, I'm telling you, their gamer supplement is pretty good because all right. So you know what I realized? Like when I play games, I get all caffeine down and stimulated.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized like that actually does not make me better sometimes. Like sometimes that makes me worse, like depending on what game I'm playing. Like if I'm playing like a fighting game, probably good. When I'm playing like a shooter, sometimes it makes my aim all like
Like
crazy.
sloppy and shit.
Yeah, I was just playing Call of Duty and I was like, it was all crazy and I was like, what the fuck? Like the other day, it was like it was ridiculous, right? So sometimes not being too stimulated is better because you have to be kind of calm to aim and just, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So their gaming supplement, it has a lot of ingredients that kind of give you that focus and that stuff, but not like overly. It only has like 100 milligrams of caffeine, not like 400 or whatever. Like
Yeah.
all these, excuse me, and it has stuff that kind of like calms your mind and like it's good for focus. It's good for blood flow and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Ghost goes pretty hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I saw. So I went to the GNC when I went to go buy some like stuff. Me and Jay got some like Alani News or like energy drinks we like. And then I saw that,
Uh,
and then I noticed that they all had like a whole ghost like area, and so I was looking at their products. I'm like, fuck,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to come back and buy some protein and like their gamer stuff because they had the a Swedish gummy fish that looks fire to me.
yeah, yeah. I got the Sour Patch Kids and the gamer supplement and
Mm-hmm.
like yeah, GNC. They have a pre workout. They have a pump. they have like a just like nootropic one, and they have the gamer one and protein. I'm like, bro, Ghost, they be trying to come up, bro.
I think that someone told me they're from the Bay. That brand.
For real?
Do you know?
Oh snap! I have
Hold
no
on.
idea. No, I
Let's
just
look at
heard
the
about them
can.
from a coworker who had their protein, and he was like, "Bro, you should try them out. They're kind of expensive, but they're like good quality." And I was like, "All right." So then I was looking up gaming supplements, and I was like, watching reviews and stuff like that. And this guy was like telling me that he didn't like G Fuel. Like is kind of cool, but they have some flavors that are disgusting. Like they try to do too many different flavors or whatever. And I was looking at all these other ones, and I was like, "Damn, damn, damn!" But then I heard about Ghost, and I didn't have to order it; it was just there. So then I ended up getting it. So
Yeah, no facts. Yeah, I've had G Fuel products. I bought like 3 things from them. I've had the Swedish fish one. That one was fire. I've had the PewDiePie one. That flavor was super good. And then I bought one
there's
that
a
was like,
PewDiePie flavor,
yeah, it's like PewDiePie Perry or something, but it's fucking bomb. I went through that shit hella quick.
bro. This man has his own flavor. That's crazy.
Yeah, like a lot of streamers who they get sponsored by G Fuel, right? Like some of the pro gamers. So they
Yeah,
give
yeah,
them their own flavor and stuff like that. Like even, the guy I used to watch Angry Joe like all the time.
yeah.
So he's sponsored by G Fuel too, and he has his own flavor as well. I'm like, fuck, if I get it big, like if Ghost, you want to like sponsor me and shit, I will help you with the new
Hey,
flavor.
same, bro.
Same
Come
with
see me
Rob.
at Call of Duty, bro. Spot your supplement make me
We call
on
it the
Newtown, bro.
the Oot energy drink.
Oot, yeah, the Oot, Rob E, and Kiki.
Yeah, the
The
Oot
Rob E and
flavor.
Kiki Oot.
Well, that's cool. Well, I mean, like, since we're already talking about like supplements and stuff like that, um, what has always been your favorite supplement? Like, what have you always liked?
Oh my god, there's so many. Favorite supplement, like,
It could be your brand or like your favorite protein. Like,
oh god, that's so hard, dude. There's so many brands that I've like transitioned to. Um, like, okay, would you say in terms of fitness or like just what do
I
you
guess
mean?
all lifestyle. It can be fitness related. It can be like anything that kind of changed your life for the better that you still take to this day.
Well, like the general supplements, like your fish oils and like multivitamins and stuff like that. But uh,
Like, if you think
trying to
about
think
what's
like
the one that you always drink. I guess we can go about energy drinks too, so we can make it very broad.
yeah, I think the problem with that though is it changes. I don't have one that stays consistent because I get tired of some.
I feel
Okay,
you.
let me put it like this. In an energy drink, if you get an energy drink and um it has taurine in it, it has caffeine. If it has sometimes how do I say it? Like alpha linoleic acid or something. I think like that's good for your brain.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes L-citrulline that's like good for like blood flow.
Hmm.
L-tyrosine so it boosts dopamine. So if they put like proprietary blends that are good and don't there's some stuff called T cream so your body doesn't get what is that called? Like used to it as quick. So
Hmm.
like it doesn't get so like say you drink one bang and then now like after a week bangs are wearing off. Like now you need two bangs. Like it helps your body not get so used to it. So I just say any supplement that kind of like puts all that together in one and uses high quality products I would like. I like All Max stuff a lot. I used to like that. What's that one brand? On is it ON? What's it
Oh,
called?
Optibin Nutrition.
Optimum Nutrition. I used to like them. The pre workout I was using for a while was Jeremy Benedia's. Uh, what's it called? I literally just had it.
Oh, the bodybuilder Jeremy Buenadia.
Yeah, I was using his Glycojet, which is like the carb thing, and then his Evogen. Oh, Evogen.
Oh,
Yeah,
Evogen. Yeah. How
and
did you
then
like
he
the
has
Evogen
one. It's like,
product?
bro, they're fire. Like they're hella good.
Yeah, I've always wanted. I've
And
never
then
tried Evogen. I've always wanted to. Honestly, forgot all about it.
so they are kind of expensive. I don't know if
Hmm.
they're just trying to, make their money,
Of
but
course.
it's good quality. It's like really good quality. It's never chalky when you mix it.
Hmm.
It works really good. It's just kind of expensive. But yeah, they have what's that thing called? It's called EVP. Yeah, Evogen EVP. It was like one of my favorite pre-workouts. So it has like beta alanine, nitrogen, citrulline,
Hmm.
obviously caffeine. So um like all these blends. Yeah, so it was good. But as far as supplements go, it kind of just for me depends on you're what you're doing in your life, what your goals are, like what's going on, what are you using the supplement for. So
Hmm.
some people just get on a bunch of supplements because they're just like, I need to start taking all this stuff. But I think you kind of have to like the smart thing to do is go to the doctor, get your test, see like what your body lacks, and then see if you kind of need to fill in those gaps and stuff like that. So try to get everything from food, but if you can't, like then look into supplements and different things. But um I definitely recommend people also to try to look into natural supplements that can help your body more than like medicine. So
Hmm.
like instead of like an antidepressant, there's like supplements that can do the same thing and it's not gonna like jack up your body as much. So just stuff like that.
Yeah, no, facts, I agree. Like for me, I'm in the same boat, right? Like I've tried so many different products. I've tried different brands. Have got successful ones that help. I've done ones that don't help, ones that were like placebos, I felt like I know when I first
Mm,
started lifting, I used a lot of Optimum nutrition stuff, like their 100% whey,
yeah.
which was
Mm.
cool. Like that
Remember when
helped
you used to
me.
be on the NO Explode and we used to be like
Dude, I love BS. So I'm a big fan of BSN products. I think they're some of the best
yeah.
tasting. I do think some of the BSN products not super high quality. Like I feel like their
Hmm.
protein, for example, has too many calories, and I like stuff that has like the macros need to be correct for me. I don't want super high calories, but I want something high protein.
Right.
And then
Uh-huh.
Optimum Nutrition was kind of like that. And then I also switched from there, went to BSN, had good gains on BSN, offset to 6 when I was like really trying to gain weight. And then that switched over to All Max products, which I really like too. I used to love All
Yeah.
Max. Like I still have like a bunch of All Max stuff here. And then
Yeah.
lately it's been like a mix of things. So like my pre-workout is through GAT Nitroflex. I really like Nitroflex. It gives me hella energy and it's a nice focus and I sweat a lot, which is cool. For my protein, I have like my whey isolate through Optimum Nutrition, but I also have like 4 different other protein powders that do the same shit. Like I have Isopure for bacon. Like I have hella shit, right? Just like you do.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
but the one company I really did like back was it was called Intech for protein. That's some of the like the best
Uh-huh.
tasting protein. It's expensive. It's like $80 for like a 5 pound thingy of them, but hella bomb tasting, low calories, high protein, no carbs, no sugar. Now this Ghost stuff might be fire for me. But this other
Yeah, dude,
product too.
I was really surprised. So I was gonna do a YouTube video where I do like a review
Hmm.
of it, and uh, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a scoop, and then it might like taste okay, and I was like, wait, this tastes hella good. Like what?
What?
Usually those like things you don't expect to taste that good. It tastes like juice. Like I could just drink it regular. Obviously I'm not because whatever. But yeah, they got some good ass products. I'm gonna be ordering again. So shout out to Ghost. Y'all
For
doing your
sure.
thing out there.
Hit us up if you want that sponsor.
Like I'm already like these shits. I don't even like bang anymore. Like I don't know my whole. I think it was just from working in the gym and it was like a fad and it was like everybody's drinking bang and it was always like in our refrigerator or whatever.
Yeah.
At CalFit that I liked it, but like now that I've had other stuff, like bang is not good, bro.
No, so like
It's not.
I still drink Bang because it's what my work has. Like we have Celsius, we have like I think all we have is Bang,
I hate
Celsius, and
Celsius.
C4. Huh?
I hate Celsius.
Bro, Celsius. I try to tell my coworker, his name's Jack, that why I don't like Celsius. So I don't like
Yeah.
the regular Celsius unless it's carbonated, but I like the Celsius heat. It has a little bit more caffeine and it tastes a little bit better, but it has a
Doesn't
weird
it have that like
aftertaste to it.
doesn't it have that like thermogenic shit in it?
It does. So like if I take it like
Yeah,
today, I
that's why
drank
I don't
one.
like it, bro. I don't even have a lot of fat. Like I have a little bit, but those thermogenics, I don't like that shit, bro. That shit makes me all hot and weird and like, nah, bro. Fuck that.
So that happened today. So I drank a Celsius. I was like, all right, let me try the watermelon flavor. So I drank it. I'm sitting at the front and I'm like helping out a member. And then all of a sudden I start getting hot. And I'm like, why is this so fucking hot all of a sudden? And then I like walk away and I'm like, shit, dude, I'm sweating. And I was like, it's the fucking Celsius, that
Yeah.
thermogenic, bro.
Like, bro, why is it so hot? Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
and I had this
that's
sweater
why I
on,
don't.
so I was like, went to my office, took this shit off, put my fan on all the way on high, and just sat in my office trying to cool off because I was so hot.
Yeah, I don't think you should put thermogenics in those things. Like,
I think
um,
pre-workout and fat burners, that's where you put them in.
yeah, that's it. And even that like sucks too. Like I even like to separate those because you might not always want that. And once it's in it, like that's it. You know,
Hmm.
you might just want some energy for the day, like some pre workout. And you're like, I don't want to fucking like be all hot and fat and sweating and fat burning out and shit. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, I took I think I had like 600 milligrams of caffeine today.
Oh, bro, I've had like, I started with, where did I start with? I started with pre workout because I went to the gym. That K, what is that shit called? KMR? What is it?
Oh,
The one that
KXR?
you
That
had
shit's
too?
fire. That shit's
KXR.
fire.
So I had that, right? Which is already you already know. I went ham at the gym.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I had a Mountain Dew like kickstart,
Oh,
and then
like, yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna finish this, but I'm just sipping it a little bit just because it's kind of late and I wanted to have energy in this podcast.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's a lot. But I'm not tripping. I mean, I work from home, so it's whatever. I'll
Bro,
wake
I
up.
can't even imagine the caffeine levels at CalFit. Like, I used to just I used to drink pre-workout for fun. I would already have a bang in the morning. Sometimes
For
it was
fun.
2 bangs in the morning. Add the pre-workout before a workout. I was literally wired the whole fucking day. Did not matter.
Yeah. You kind of had to be though, like especially in sales. Like you can't like sell something if you're like have a bad attitude. You're
Yeah,
like, do you want this
facts.
shit or not? Like,
I would be like, sir, go ahead and direct me to the exit, please. It looks like you're not selling this gym at the level I need it at.
like clearly you don't even like this shit. Look how mad you are.
Which was facts. That's how we were thinking in the inside of our heads the whole time. But in the outside, we had to put this fucking character on constantly.
Right. Yeah, every gym junkie is like a freaking caffeine junkie. I mean, people already are in general, but yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to grab my Hydro Flask real quick.
All right, for sure.
So, my
Hey.
next question, what are you watching right now? Like, what shows are you watching right now or movies?
Oh my god. So I just started this show called Your Honor.
Uh huh.
Fire. Oh my god. I don't want to like spoil anything. I don't know anybody seen it, but it's on Hulu. It's with God, I can't think of his name. What's his name? The dude from Breaking Bad.
Jesse
What's his name?
or Zimmerman?
No, Brian Cranston,
Cranston.
Walter. Yeah. So he's the main character, and basically he's a judge, and his son basically kills somebody driving, and he's a judge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but he freaks out and flees the scene, right? So then he comes tell his dad. His dad's like, "Fuck, like, oh, we have to turn yourself in. I know, like, this sucks, but like, we got to just try to see what we can do." So they want to go turn themselves in, and then he gets to the police station and he sees whose son that it was that he ran over, and it's the guy that's like the head of the biggest crime, like whatever in that city. So he's pretty much like the mafia in a sense. So if they try to turn themselves in, they're not gonna care what happens in court.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm trying to say? They're gonna go ham. So then I'm just gonna leave it there. But bro, that show's hella good. I've been hooked.
Damn. Well, I'm going to add that to my
Yeah,
list. Yeah, because I've been
yeah,
low key
it's
trying to
crazy because
figure out what to watch lately.
you
Like,
should.
I
Oh,
mean, me
okay.
and Jay, we kind of went through like our shows, so we're trying to figure out. So we're gonna add Your Honor to the list. Then I saw that HBO
Yeah,
Max finally showed the poster for Godzilla and King Kong.
yeah, bro. I'm hella juiced for that.
Did you
Like,
see
I,
the last Godzilla?
yeah, I thought it was cool. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't that great. It was just good. It was just like decent or whatever. Like there was the fight scenes were cool and all that, but I wasn't like I don't know blown away. Did you see it?
So I've seen the recent Godzilla, and it was cool, like you mentioned. Like I think the only parts I liked about it was the like action parts, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, they so like King Kong is weird. I don't know. It's a weird mix to me. I've never heard of them. Like I bet it's like in the lore, right? I'm sure they've like fought before or some stuff like that, because it's that like
Yeah, they fought before, like back in the day, like old movies, but this is like them kind of bringing it back because you, like we talked about in the last pod,
mhm,
they just remake stuff. So they're just
yeah.
remaking them fighting. They fight like it's probably like an old ass movie, like from let me see real quick, Godzilla and King Kong. See how like if they have um yeah, dude. So it was like 1962 when that
Holy
movie came
shit.
out. Yeah,
That's
so like
hella
it's been
long
around a
ago.
while, and they're just remaking that. They're finally fighting. In the last one, Godzilla fights like all these different monsters, like the pterodactyl thing and the little what was it? Like some other bird thing. So he beats all them, and basically this last one kind of showed Godzilla in a better light. Like usually
Mhm.
he's like trying to kill the city, but he was like um actually helped them save the city. Like these monsters got released, and he came and helped them save, and then went back, to his whatever. So
Yeah,
um, I don't know. This is gonna be tight. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm excited that we get to watch it at home
facts.
because freaking, I mean, they did the Wonder Woman thing, and like Wonder Woman was not that great. Like I was mad.
That's what I've heard.
I don't
I've
know what
heard.
DC's gonna do. Yeah, I don't know what DC's doing. Like I don't know how they're gonna survive. Like I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, so that's why I'm glad we're kind of like transitioning to this now. So me and you, we have every streaming platform, right? We have HBO Max, we have Hulu, we have Disney Plus, we have Netflix, and then we both have
Yeah.
like different anime. You have Funimation. I had Crunchyroll, but I took it off a while ago. Out
Oh,
of
okay.
like your streaming platforms, like which one do you like most? Like which one do you see like a better future on? Like, everyone has its like niche. Like Netflix now is going to the Netflix
Yeah.
originals. Hulu has TV shows and some movies. HBO Max is all HBO, and oh, I forgot to mention Amazon Video as well. But anyways, like which one's
Yeah.
your favorite?
So it's kind of hard. So for me, I think I like Prime the best because you could do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like even it has everything on there. Now some you have to rent, but like you can't rent stuff on Netflix, right? So say there was like a movie that you want to watch and like you just have to rent it. Like you could do that on Prime. Um HBO Max right now is on the come up, and I think that they're gonna like destroy everybody if they keep going
Mm-hmm.
because they're you can watch all the old. Oh, another show you need to watch is The Night of. That show's crazy too.
Max, I'm gonna
That's
add
on
that to my
HBO
list.
Max. Yeah, but I think HBO Max, because they have that deal with Warner Brothers, that it's gonna shut shit down because they're gonna be releasing like just for over Christmas break. Netflix or HBO Max and Disney Plus gained like a bit. I want to say like 200 million or so. I don't know the exact stat of subscribers
Damn.
due to Wonder Woman and Soul.
Yeah.
Just because those are on there, everybody signed up for their platform or whatever. So with like Netflix, obviously is the main one, but it's like without their originals, like what do they really have that like I get like they don't really have much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The originals are amazing. I love Stranger Things. I used to watch Orange is the New Black.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Cobra Kai is popping, so they have all these good stuff. But then when the originals like you have to wait for their next season or it's on hold, like they don't really have nothing I want to watch. They get the worst like just like regular movies to watch.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Or the other platforms already have them too, so it's not really competing. They're pretty much, I think, just staying afloat from their originals. So
Yeah.
if I had to choose, I would choose Prime and maybe HBO Max. Probably go with those two until Hulu gets to the point with that bullshit ad shit. Like, I don't care if I have to pay more. No, get that shit away.
So I
What
mean,
would you say though? Like, what? Yeah,
so for me, like I have all of them. Like Netflix, I've spent the least time on now, unless it's like a specific Netflix original I want to watch. Like Netflix is doing a thing now where they are going to be releasing a movie. I think every month. I think they're going to release a movie every month all throughout 2021. And they had some cool like movies that they were showing. The one that I really want to watch is the one with The Rock, Gal Gadot, and Ryan
Oh
Reynolds.
yeah,
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 that's the
yeah,
movie I really want to
yeah.
see. I think that's the one that I'm most excited for, out of like their whole plan. Some stuff Netflix has, like they have The Office. Obviously, that's gone now, so that like kills it for me. But like Stranger Things and like I used to love House of Cards, like that was my shit for a long time too.
Me too.
Oh,
Oh, fire.
yeah, super fire. Orange is the New Black was cool. I kind of fell off that with that, but yeah, like lately Netflix just I spend less time on. Netflix is usually like my last resort if I see nothing else I want to watch. Um,
Right, same.
yeah,
It's crazy too because it's supposed to be like the main one. Yeah.
literally it used to be the main one forever. Like so
Mhm.
me and Jade were watching like old commercials like when we were kids, and like an old Netflix commercial came up back when you had to order the discs on their website and get them delivered to your house, and then you would watch
Mhm.
like the DVD and send it back. And I was looking at the commercial, I'm like, that type of like service now is so like prehistoric at this point with streaming and stuff like that. Like you don't get that
Yeah.
like physical disc or that type of extra step you had to go to get a movie. Now it's you have a million things at once. So yeah, Netflix is
Right.
least for me. I probably watch Hulu the most because I like it has all the TV shows I like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is one of my favorite shows on there. It has good animes on there, and it's all subbed and dubbed. They also always
Yeah.
have like new releases on their shows pretty quickly, but it seems like
Mhm.
even Hulu right now is losing some of their like licenses, and those like networks are doing their own streaming platforms now. So I think like
Yeah.
that's another thing that I'll lead into too. And then HBO Max I really love as well, just because of the whole like concept about all the movies they're releasing, like Matrix 4, the Justice League Zack
Well,
Snyder's thing.
they even have like DC, and then they have like Cartoon Network,
Yeah,
like
and they
their
put
own.
hella shit on Cartoon Network. They have Ed, Ed and Eddie on there, Courage, like they have hella
Yeah.
childhood shows on there.
They what's that show called? It's the creator of Dexter's Lab. It's a Primal or hold on.
I'm trying to think. Pretty good at my Cartoon Network shows, but I'm trying to think. They just need to
Yeah,
add
so
Nickelodeon
Primal
on there and it'll shut shit down.
Jenny Jendi Tartakovsky or whatever. He's the guy who invented Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh
It's
shit.
a show called Primal, and it's on HBO Max. And me and Saran watched it when we were like kind of lit,
Mm-hmm.
bro. That show's crazy. So like Harley Quinn, the Harley Quinn series is hella funny on HBO Max. Oh my god,
Really?
I was dying. I
No
was
shit. Okay.
so Batman walks in, and then she goes, "This guy for sure fucked a bat. Like, look at his character." Like
What
it's
the
like
fuck?
it's a comedic version. It's hella funny of all the characters
No
from
shit.
Suicide Squad and all that. So yeah, HBO Max is definitely on the come up. I mean, it's HBO. Like you can't go wrong. You got Ballers. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got Succession. You got all these shows. They have all the old
Westworld.
HBO shows. Then they're making all these new ones, and it's just like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and they have like their own function on there too. They have like the HBO Max originals, which is pretty cool too. So they're gonna have like all
Yeah,
those originals coming up. Yeah, I've been using
yeah.
HBO Max.
I just finished Flight Attendant on there. It's about this flight attendant that like witnesses a murder or something kind of, and she's like an alcoholic, and it's like super crazy. It has Rosie Perez, so like yeah, I think that honestly for me it'd be. I don't get me wrong, I love Hulu too, like, and so does Felicia. She watches The Bachelor like all the time on there, but um, I just the commercials, and I know like that irritates me, and then just like I don't know.
Yeah, I pay for
I
the
guess
ad free.
every platform, every streaming platform has something that I like and need, and I think that's what they know what their niche is, and that's why I get you. That's why I have all of them.
Hmm.
But I think that if they want to like really succeed, and I don't know if it's easy because I don't know all the different licensing you have to get for certain things, is you got to make it to where it's like a one-stop shop. And I think that's why I choose Prime, because I can literally say I did want HBO, I can just add that as an add-in for Prime.
Yeah, facts.
Or if I did want, or whatever. The only thing that you can't get is the Netflix originals or the originals on certain platforms. So I think that's just what's keeping them afloat. But
Yeah.
I don't know. They definitely got to step their shit up. Hulu needs to step their shit up a little bit. Netflix needs to step their shit up, bro. Netflix is just the like iPhone of it. They're the iPhone of streaming. So like they're Netflix and chill is like a coin term, you know what I mean? But
Facts.
they're honestly not that great, bro. I don't watch Netflix that much.
That's a good
I'll be
ass
honest.
like comparison. Like between they are
Yeah.
the Apple of the fucking streaming service. That is fact. Yeah, like I love
Yeah, man. It's
Amazon
like once.
too. I need to
Hmm.
use it more. Like I don't use it that often. Like typically it goes Hulu, HBO Max, Prime, and then Netflix. Or I mean Disney Plus, then
Yeah.
Netflix. And I like Disney Plus
Yeah.
too. Like I love Disney Plus. Like it has all my classic like movies I watched as a kid. Even has like classic Disney TV shows that I watched too.
Mm.
Obviously Kai and Lilo love to use it. And we got to see like Soul on there, and Soul was probably arguably probably the best movie I've watched still at this current time. I just
Yeah, dude,
downloaded
that shit
Tenet.
was. Yeah, we cried. Like, I don't even cry on movies, and I was like fighting back tears, like,
Yeah,
like I had. I was like, yo, this is like real right now, and it's like, appreciate your life, bro. Like, don't be so focused on trying to be famous and chasing your dreams so bad that like you forget that you're just alive and this is just a life. Like you know what I mean?
hmm
And that's kind of what I took from the movie. So yeah.
and the concept is so trippy to me. Like, who would like honestly, in the means of how they like talk about and like describe what a soul is in that movie is so like I've never seen or ever heard of anything like the way that they showed it in there. Like, and the way they showed
Bro,
it
they did
sounds
acid.
exactly right. That's what I'm trying to say. They must have did like ayahuasca or something to have like a spiritual journey, and
Yeah,
that's
they
what they
got in
came up with. Like
they
that
got in
shit.
a Disney boardroom. They did it. They're like, y'all take acid and come up with a concept for the next Disney movie. And they're like, my soul. And they're like, oh, we can go to this and to the greater beyond and blah blah blah.
Let's have Jamie Foxx start in it, and we're good.
You know what's weird? Like he started it, but I didn't even like feel like I heard his voice.
No, and that's one thing
Like
about Jamie
it's
Foxx that I love is that he's such a good actor that he plays different characters so well. Like he can transition to different
yeah.
characters so well.
But it's like I was like listening, like waiting to hear like Jamie Foxx voice, and obviously it is, but it almost like didn't sound like him. It sounded like whatever character he created.
Yeah,
And I was like, it doesn't even. I didn't even know that was Tina Fey, bro. I was like, what?
that's true too. I
When I
didn't.
found that out, I was mind blown. I was like,
Yeah,
I had no idea. That little, the little,
his
I don't know
soulmate.
what she was called, like
22.
6'7" or whatever. 22. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's Tina Fey, bro.
Yeah, no, I didn't know at all until we saw the credits. I was like, who? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
that movie was dope. Like Soul. I kind
yeah,
of want to rewatch it, but off like some Sid the next time I want to watch
yeah.
it.
Facts. And like overanalyze it and be like, yo, what the like?
Exactly.
They were onto some shit here.
They're
Yeah,
onto some shit. Like
that's
even I was
crazy.
watching it sober, I was like, what if this is real life? We die and our souls go to heaven, and then we just go to a different fucking body, and it just repeats, and we just forget about our past lives. Shit would be crazy.
Right. It's crazy too how he got like a another chance.
Yeah, because I
Like
did
he
not
like
think they were gonna give it
inspired.
to him.
Yeah, me either. And he like inspired 22 to like get out of her lost soulness or whatever. And then he like they're like, we're gonna give you another chance. Like that was pretty crazy. Don't just go down, fall down storm drains or whatever. So
Yeah, they gave
yeah,
her. He
it
found
had
his
a really
purpose.
they did a good job, dude. They did a good job because even Disney was kind of getting stale. They're like, well, we have Marvel and we have Star Wars, so that's all we really need, you know. And
Yeah.
then they were coming out with movies, and I was like, all right, Wreck-It Ralph 16, cool, you know, like whatever. But this was like new, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. So yeah,
Yeah, they have like so I didn't I'm refusing to watch the Mulan reboot, like the live action. I do not want to watch it. The Lion King
yeah,
was cool. It definitely doesn't beat the original. But yeah, you're right. Like they kind of just go into like they have like they fucked up Star Wars for me. I think the last two Star Wars movies, like The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, was stupid. Like I hated it.
yeah,
The first one of the trilogy was cool. The what was it called? Force Awakens. That was cool. I like that movie a lot. Um, and then all the Marvel movies obviously are all super fire. I still need to watch WandaVision. And then The Mandalorian was fire though. I feel like they should have just made The Mandalorian the movies and just did a trilogy on The Mandalorian, and I would have loved it. Like Mandalorian
yeah,
makes so much sense rather than like the new trilogy. Like Ray is just a fucking super powered fucking bitch, and she has all the powers. She does lightning. She's hella strong. She's like a super expert at fucking lightsaber right off the bat.
yeah.
Like, no, that's hella
I
dumb.
think they just like they Disneyed it. That's why they took Star Wars and they put the Disney touch on it, and then you get like this kind of like watered down, like family friendly ish kind of
hmm
version of it, to where like the Star Wars battles, just at least for me back in the day, were so epic and so like it I don't know, it was just more serious and more stern, and now it's kind of like it's too comedic and it's too like just yeah whatever, and then the especially the last one, like I was like, there's only like two fight scenes, and it was like I was like, are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
this is stupid. I was like, there was a little bit more action, but it was like two major fight scenes, like Ray on the bridge with the dude that was her brother or
Kylo.
whatever. I can't heart Kylo Ren. Is that wait? What's his name?
Kylo.
Did I say it right?
Kylo Ren. Yeah, yeah.
Kylo. And then at the end, she just fights the what was like her great grandpa or
Yeah,
something,
it was
or
her
whatever,
grandfather, the
the
Dark
Sith or whatever.
Sidious.
Yeah, and she just goes, and then it's over. I was like, bro, come on
Exactly.
now.
And two, like, I'm like, how
You
the
guys just
fuck?
wait. You guys paid Mark Hamill probably millions of dollars for nothing. Like,
Well, Mark Hamill says that the way that they treated his character was like super disrespectful to him, and he like talked
yeah,
hella bad about the movie too. He's like, this is not how Luke would do it. Like, he would never act that way. He would never do anything like that. And like, they paid him justice at the Mandalorian, like the way that they show him at the end. I was like, bruh, thank you for like making him look good finally. Like, they fucked
yeah,
my dude up. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, the Mandalorian to me is more Star Wars than the new fucking movies. Like, I love like so the first season was cool. I love the second season, and especially when they had Rosario, or was her name was Rosario?
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, when she came out with the two lightsabers, I was like, oh shit.
So I'll be honest with you, I haven't even watched fully finished The Mandalorian.
I might have just ruined it for you, but you probably have already got it ruined,
No,
but you
I don't
gotta
even
watch
care.
it.
No, that's the thing. I'm not tripping. My uncle has tried to get me to watch it for so long, and I'll start it, and then I like find myself not paying attention, and I know it's good, but I don't know. I need to go back and just finish it, but
I
it's
had to
all good.
watch it by myself. I mean, Jade, like, she'll say she'll like Star Wars and stuff like that, and she definitely does not pay attention. And if I watch something with you, I want you to pay attention so we both can react to like the shit together. So
Yeah.
it's like she's just really
No, I
not
get
into like
pissed. I
Star
get
Wars and
pissed
stuff
all
like
the time.
that.
Yeah.
So I
No,
have
I
to
feel
like
you. I
watch certain
agree.
things by myself.
Mhm.
So like I watched like The
No, I'm the
Mandalorian at
same
my
way.
office at work.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah, I
going
think it's
crazy.
definitely on my list to go. Yeah, it's on my list to go back and watch for sure. Like I need to finish it because everybody talks about it like it's so good. It to me it has kind of like a slow start,
It definitely does.
and I was like, bro, what? How is it so good? But then I keep hearing all these things later. It gets just like crazy. So
Yeah,
I'll go back and watch it. But
the first season's cool. Like I said, it's like you said, it's a really slow start. Like you're like, but once you get to like the fourth or fifth episode, it starts to pick up. Season two, same thing. It's a little bit of a slow start, but then it cranks into high gear like right at like the last three or four episodes where you just can't stop watching it. And that's what I
oh,
hope
okay,
with like Disney too, when they with the Marvel stuff. Like I really hope that they like with Winter Soldier and Loki, or not Winter Soldier, but Captain America and Falcon and Loki and WandaVision and like all the other ones that they have coming up, that like they do justice to them. I've heard WandaVision is good. I'm more looking forward to like Loki's story and the Falcon and Captain America. Like those are the ones I really want to watch.
yeah.
But we'll see. Like
So my uncle said for WandaVision, if you go into it with the mindset that it's just more of a like don't go into it looking for like action and all that stuff. It's not like that. So like if you go into it with that mindset, if you're expecting that, you're gonna be disappointed. But he's like if you go into it knowing it's kind of like a sitcomish kind of drama, kind of like thing that takes place right after Endgame, then you'll enjoy it. But I think some people are like they're expecting certain things and they're not gonna get that and they're gonna be like, oh, this is like I don't like it or whatever. It got kind of like good reviews, like it got good reviews, but it was kind of like not the best.
yeah, I'm not a big Vision. I thought Vision was a bitch. Like I'm not a big Vision fan. Like he literally got bodied from Thanos. Like had no even
Yeah,
like he couldn't compete with him
yeah,
at all. Like it was just so dumb. And Vision's supposed to be like
yeah,
he ended Ultron. Like
yeah,
and Ultron was a crazy ass villain too. But anyways, like that's one thing with Marvel and the direction that they're going. I'm so happy that they signed Deadpool 3 and it's going to be rated R. So that means like he could possibly
yeah,
make a feature in the new Spider-Man movie to like tease his like thing. That's dope to me. And then
yeah. Well, I mean, what you mean, Deadpool?
yeah,
Oh, that'd be dope. If they did that, if they put him in Spider Man, that'd be crazy.
like he just comes up out of nowhere and says like Ryan Reynolds, you know, like his quirky stuff, like who the fuck is this spider a
Yeah.
little bit, or like some shit like that. Like I'm super excited for
If they
Deadpool
did that,
3.
it would break the internet. I just feel like they've yet to like really want to cross those over. Like it's annoying. Like they tease it and stuff like that, and but they don't want to like cross the X-Men with the
with
Avengers or
Deadpool.
Marvel, that type of Marvel.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
even
you
though it
know, they
happens in the comics,
yeah, yeah.
it happens in the comics. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that they
So,
bought out Fox to get the rights for X-Men and Deadpool and stuff
oh
back,
yes.
because they definitely
Hmm.
will do justice for X-Men, because I think the Marvel, like, they definitely know what they're doing when it comes to their movies and stuff like that. Like, they know what they're doing. They kind of
As
have
long
the
as
same formula.
yeah, as long as they like stop rushing stuff and stop like doing these money grabs, like
Hmm.
the New Mutants is like not that good. Like it was okay because they just like wanted to get something out, and I was like, dude, like I like went back and kind of looked at some of the comics that my uncle told me to, and like that series, the New Mutants, like is actually hella dope, and it was decent, but I was like, bro, they could have did so much better. Like they just you knew they wanted to get something out before COVID. Like let's get a little theater movie out. Let's get this money, and then whatever.
Yeah, I definitely think
So
Vox, after they got bought out, they're like, let's make as much money as we can because we don't have this license anymore. It's kind of
yeah,
like, so Activision, when they were losing the Tony Hawk license, they like did that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 game, and it was like super terrible. Like, it was just for money. It was just a cash grab to get as much money from the license before it ended. And that's what I
yeah,
feel like. So like with Disney did, I feel like Miss Marvel, or the Miss Marvel movie, was super rushed. Like, I didn't really like it, to be honest. It had its moments, but I don't like Brie Larson's as Miss Marvel. Um,
yeah.
I feel like their first Doctor Strange movie was a little rushed. I didn't like it like that much. It's kind of low on my tier list.
Really?
The
Oh my
first
god, I
one,
loved it.
really?
Yeah,
Maybe I have
yeah.
to
So like
rewatch
for
it.
me, so for me, it was like I went into the theater with the expectations of like Doctor Strange. Like, oh,
We
like I
saw
was
it
never into
together.
him as a kid. Huh?
We saw it together.
What? Who? Me and you?
Yeah, remember me, you, Jade, and Son? We all went to go see Doctor Strange. We sat in different areas in the theater. We went to Studio Grill.
I thought that I saw that with my uncle, Doctor
I
Strange.
I swear we saw Doctor Strange together. I know you saw Black Panther, not with me, but I know we watched
Oh,
the X-Men movie we saw in theaters, and that's when we saw Matt Ogus, and then we saw Doctor
yeah.
Strange because
Maybe I watched it twice though, because I
you
know
might
for
have.
sure I saw it with my uncle. The only reason I know that is because I didn't even know who Doctor Strange was, and he was like, "Let's just go watch it." And then I was like, "All right, I guess I'll go." And then I ended up liking it more than I thought, and I was like, "Oh,
Mhm.
Doctor Strange is actually tight." I just never was into him. I was only into like Hulk, Iron Man, that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
those type
yeah.
of characters. And then look at like how much of an impact he was. He literally like ended up like without him they would have lost for
Oh,
sure.
for sure.
And
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
yeah.
the I might have to
Uh,
rewatch Doctor Strange. I was thinking about rewatching all the Marvel movies, like in order of like how it's like how the story goes. Like, not start with like Iron Man, but start with Captain America and then Miss Marvel and go from there. Because
yeah.
there's some movies that I just don't really remember that I'd like to go back to, and like for where Endgame finishes, I wonder if they make subtle hints in the movies of like foreshadow and stuff like that, and like I would like to see that almost.
Yeah.
I am
No, I
excited
feel you.
for
Yeah. What's up?
what's that one dude? Moon Knight or Moon Samurai or White Samurai? He's supposed to be
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's supposed to be like the best martial artist like ever or whatever. So yeah, they got that. They got Blade.
crazy.
Um, gonna be dope. They got what
Fantastic
else do they
Four.
got coming out? Fantastic Four. I'm trying to think. You already said Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They have that one with Hawkeye too,
oh yeah, 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 yeah,
with
with
him and his
Hawkeye.
daughter, like training
And
his
then
daughter.
Falcon. The Falcon one looks pretty dope too with the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's the one I'm. Besides that one and Loki are probably like like the ones I really want to watch, and some of the like they have She-Hulk coming out too as a series on
Hey, hold
there.
on one sec. Sorry, Kiki, don't mean to cut you off. I just have to use the bathroom real
Oh
quick. My
no,
bad.
you're good. Pause. Oh, I got confirmation from Jade. We definitely did see Doctor Strange with you at Studio Grill.
Then that definitely was the second time. Unless that was
Yeah,
a. There's like has there been two or one or two Doctor Strangers?
just one. We were late for Doctor Strange though. We were like 20 minutes late to the movie theaters. Both all of us were.
Yeah, I definitely saw it a second time then because I promise you 100% I saw it with my uncle.
I'm sure you did.
Like I know I remember being in the theater and being like, this is gonna be stupid. You know what I mean? And then I was like, what the hell? This was hella good.
I think that was when you were
Like,
living
cause I just
with
never.
your uncle and aunt during that time period too.
Oh, okay, yeah. Or I might have, yeah. So I might have saw with him first and then went with you guys like maybe like a weekend later or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
Um, but yeah, the movies they have coming out, they obviously have they delayed Black Widow, so we still have to see that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
WandaVision, Falcon, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I think that might be the one we were talking about with
Martial artists.
the martial artist. They got ooh, hold on. Stop. Back up, back up. They got something. What is that called? What is Morbius?
It is Morbius. Oh, that's the one with Jared Leto where he's like
With
a
Jared Leto,
vampire.
yeah.
That movie looks cool too.
Oh, that's they got. Oh, Venom. They got the
Venom,
new Venom.
Venom 2, yeah. And they're
Yeah,
supposed to
that's
tease
gonna be crazy.
Spider-Man in it.
Yeah, they got the Eternals.
Yeah, that one looks dope. Has what's her name? It has one of this one Indian dude from this one movie I used to that I watched
Yeah, he's
before.
like. Yeah, he just did a movie where it's with Batista, I think.
Yeah, the one
It's
where
like
he's like a
super,
taxi
super.
driver.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it has the dude from he's been in a couple movies. He's in Chucky. He's in I think he is he in Get Out. I don't know. I gotta look him up. What his name is. And then we got the new Spider-Man: Homecoming. We got the new Doctor Strange.
Ant-Man
We got the
Wasp.
new Thor. Thor: Love and Thunder.
They put Matt. So I
Um,
saw that they signed Matt Damon for it.
yeah. Oh, they're gonna make another Spider-Verse 2. The first one was dope.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
Captain Marvel 2. We got Black Panther 2, but I mean those are all to be announced. Blade, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So yeah, we got hella stuff coming out, bro.
Yeah, this new phase
So
sounds cool. I'm really looking forward to like movie wise is Spider-Man 3 with like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Kristen Dunst and Emma Stone all in it. Like that's gonna be super dope. And Jamie Foxx is coming back, so you know they're probably gonna do like a Sinister Six thing where all the Spider-Mans have to come
yeah, but
together to
I
defeat
know.
all
I
them.
hope they do Jamie Foxx. I hope they do Jamie Foxx justice this time. Not
I
that he did
agree.
particularly bad, but he could just do like the caliber of actor he is. Like make his character like hella dope. Like
Yeah, facts. Yeah, they did
yeah,
not do him
they made him
justice.
kind of
Like he looked so bad in that movie. Like it was just such a bad like way to like show the character to me. And Jamie Foxx is a great
right.
like actor, and I think the writing fucked it up too. Like the writing wasn't very good in that movie either.
Yeah, I think they
So
said that was like one of the worst Spider Mans that they made.
I agree. They even have the guy who played Doc Ock is coming back. So I really think that they're
Oh
gonna do.
really?
Yeah, I think they're really trying to do the Sinister Six because they have the dude who or Michael Keaton who played Vulture signed on. Um,
Mm.
they got the dude who played. I think you know when Michael Keaton goes to jail in the first movie, and it has that one dude. I think it's like Shocker or Scorpion, and it's the dude who
Oh yeah,
plays
yeah,
Voss in Far Cry 3. Like they're definitely doing something with
yeah,
that too. And then Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Like I feel like they're gonna build a lot with the Spider-Man character too. So that's gonna be really cool.
yeah.
That's the one I'm really looking forward to. And the new Ant-Man movie I really want to see too. And Thor.
Yeah, the Marvel universe is just they're ridiculous. DC keeps trying to catch up, and I just don't think they ever can compete. Like besides the Batman films, the Dark Knights, and a few others, like I don't really think the only DC movie that I thought was good was the first Wonder Woman, and then they completely flopped the second one. So now it's like, okay, like what the what do you guys? I think what they did is they tried to rush movies to catch up to the
Mm-hmm.
Avengers, and it messed everything up, right? So
Yeah.
like the Justice League was not that good.
No.
So, but we were gonna see about the Snyder cut. This might change the game. It might be hella good. It's
Yeah.
4 hours.
Yeah, because the original Justice League, like I think when Zack Snyder was directing the movie, his daughter committed suicide, so he stopped, like completely stopped
Yeah,
production and left and went to focus on his family. And then whoever
yeah,
did it or whatever happened, it just like all got fucked up. And I
yeah,
think, and I saw the trailer for the Zack Snyder cut, and it looked 20 times. It looked like a whole different movie than Justice
yeah.
League.
He adds like I think a villain and like some other stuff, and it's like it's supposed to be crazy. He's like my uncle right now is rewatching all the old DC movies in
Mm-hmm.
order to prepare for it. But um, I mean, I'm excited for that. I just think DC needs to like really figure their shit out.
Yeah, I
Like
think
what?
with the new
Like
Batman
even the next
movie,
Suicide Squad, like do not ruin this next Suicide Squad. Get a good villain. All right, don't do
hmm
that. That I hated that villain. I was like, bro, if it
super
wasn't for Will
stupid.
Smith, like honestly, would have been trash.
I
It would have been
agree.
trash. And they did my dude Jared Leto messed
Hella
up. Like, how
wrong.
you gonna be like, oh, you're Joker, and then he's like, he's excited to be the next Joker, and they're like, actually, we're gonna go a different direction with Joker, and then I don't know if we're gonna use your Joker again. We'll see.
They
Like,
literally fucked it up. Like the
yeah,
with that
he was
universe,
pissed,
the
dude. He
only
was
movies I
pissed.
really liked was Man of Steel. I thought Man of Steel was super cool. I liked the way that they like showed Superman and like the like I really liked Man of Steel. And the fighting scenes was literally Dragon Ball Z in real life, like going through like the fucking buildings and shit. I
Yeah,
liked Batman vs Superman was good too. I just didn't like Jesse Eisenberg and the whole Lex Luthor thing. I thought was stupid. Um, Justice League was ass. I liked Aquaman and I liked Wonder Woman. Those are probably like the only ones I really liked. Um,
yeah, same. Those are like the literally the only two that I thought were like, okay, these are good. Like these are
mhm.
actually you got two under your belt. But then if you compare it to like Marvel, almost all of their movies were good, except for
Yeah,
like I don't know, Iron Man 2 wasn't that great.
yeah. Iron
There's
Man
a
Two is
couple
the
like
worst
hiccups.
one.
Yeah, there's a couple of hiccups, but for the most part, overall, almost they're batting like pretty well. But DC is like, beside the Dark Knight trilogy is one of the best cinematic ever. I don't care what nobody says. Like it's
Christopher Nolan.
literally,
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen the Dark Knight, um, probably like 65 times. Like and I'll watch it right now and still love it. Like that's
Yeah,
how good of a movie it is. Like I still
classic.
love all the Joker, like everything he says. I still it gets me excited. Nothing changes. It's that great. But then you guys are like, okay, let's put Ben Affleck as Batman, and you guys want to rush everything, and then it didn't come together well. It didn't
It,
perform.
yeah, and then the one thing that
So
Marvel did too is that they signed those actors who played those roles for like long-lasting contracts to like flesh out
mhm.
this story. That's what they didn't do. Like they should have asked like somehow convince Christopher Nolan to do the Batmans and to keep on with what's his
Yeah.
name? Who plays Batman? What's his name?
The new one or the old guy?
The in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh, why am I why am I not thinking of his name?
Bro, I'm blanking too.
What the heck? Come on now, Christian Bell. There you go.
Christian Bell, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Christian Bell.
So Christian Bell was a dope ass fucking Batman. He like did the character. He wasn't that good of a Bruce Wayne, but he was a great Batman. Ben Affleck was kind of like he did the best he could, and I liked him as Batman. But we obviously
I didn't like
know
him as Batman.
you didn't. I thought it was okay. Like I liked the Buffer and like more seasoned one, but the Christopher Nolan movie
Okay.
shit on him.
I like the concept. I like the concept of it. I guess it might have been my mindset. I might have went into it with like this is Ben Affleck, and I just don't. I'm not. It's not doing much for me. I don't
hmm
know. It was weird.
Yeah,
It
I
could,
feel
and
you.
it also couldn't even be. It also could have just been the movie. Like it could have just been like that. Justice. I did not like Justice League. I thought it was stupid. I thought like there was some parts that were tight and funny. I thought they did Cyborg not good.
Yeah,
That Flash is like not a that Flash is stupid to
the
me. Like
Flash.
he's like this
He's
little
Spider Man. He's literally Spider Man in DC.
yeah, but that's the problem is they're trying to compete with Marvel,
Yeah,
and so they're making these characters that like DC has always been more dark than
yeah,
Marvel. They're a lot more dark,
yeah, yeah.
and they're as you can see in the Dark Knight, bro. Like whoa, right? Like,
hmm
but they're trying to like get that comedic and all that other stuff, and it didn't work. It's exactly why the second Wonder Woman, I was like, bro, this is stupid. Like it was the first one was like in the war and the Nazis and all that, and it was like it was dope, right? And then
Yeah, yeah.
this next one, it's like it's just rushed and it's all trying to be funny, and it's that girl from have you seen Bridesmaids?
Yeah.
Like, has Jade ever made you watch Bridesmaids? The
Yeah,
main
yeah, yeah.
girl who turns the like it's her, and it's like they're trying to be funny, and it's like the acting's good because the guy, the villain, is literally the Mandalorian,
Oh, really? No
like
shit.
the actor. Yeah, he's
No
like
shit.
literally he's the villain. He does a good job, and obviously Gal Gadot, my wifey, what's up, baby? You know what I'm saying? She does a good job, but the story is stupid, and it just didn't deliver. So yeah,
Yeah.
DC, y'all gotta step it up, man. Y'all better start. I don't know. Y'all gotta make a comeback because
So
right
would
now,
you Do you think with the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson that they should just restart and build it off with him and do a whole different route? Or do you think that,
Yes,
yeah,
100%.
right? That's how I feel too. Like I feel like
But I don't
after
feel like they. I don't know if they can. I don't know if they can though.
I feel like they
Like,
need
do you
to.
mean like end all the Justice League stuff? Just
Yeah,
end
and
that?
just be like, you know what, fuck this. Like this is all its own separate universe, its own separate Earths and shit like that. We're gonna go into a whole different
Mhm.
area, sign some better like I mean, they got the guy from who did Guardians of the Galaxy doing the new Suicide Squad. So like let's throw him doing it like a Flash movie. Let's get some like people who aren't licensed with Disney or Marvel anymore and like try to hire people from there and try to figure it out. And
Yeah.
like I don't know, like they need to figure something out. I do think the new Batman movies looks lit. I mean, we only saw the trailer. I like Robert Pattinson. I'm a big Robert Pattinson fan. You know, Edward, Team Edward on the gang. Um, I think he's a good actor, and like when I saw that glimpse of him, like I was like, God damn, this dude looks like a fucking thug. Like the way he just like beat the shit out
Yeah.
of that dude, I was like, that's
That's
what
what
I
I
want to
like too,
see.
because they're going with that like grittier Batman that is like I don't care. Like, and that's like we don't always get that. We always get the like I want to like fight you, but I don't want to like hurt you too much. And this
Hmm.
one looks like he's like I don't give a so like that is gonna be dope. But again, it all depends on like how they tie it into the universe and like
Yeah.
what they decide to do. Like if they do it that Justice League route, like it, I don't even know how they're gonna do that because I know Ben Affleck's like I think he's doing one more role for like the Flash movie or something, and then like
Hmm.
that's it.
Yeah, and he's
I didn't see anything
completely
else.
off. He was supposed to have his
Yeah,
own like like movie, but it just like there was so much shit that happened. They were supposed to introduce Slade with that one dude who played in Magic Mike. Um,
yeah.
like they were supposed to do a whole
Well,
thing with that.
he was in Arrow too. He
Yeah,
was
he
in
was in
Arrow
Arrow too.
as yeah
Yeah.
as Slade, I think, Deathstroke or whatever.
Yeah, so I want like in Arrow 2 was dope. Like I would love for them to get the guy who played Oliver Queen to go into those movies with like Robert Pattinson
Yes,
and then get the
bruh.
original Flash to throw
Arrow
it in.
Arrow is dope. I don't care what nobody says. He killed that role. Even when they did the crossover with the Flash, I was
Hmm.
like, get that Flash. Like he killed it. Like
Bro,
why did you guys
facts.
get this new dude?
I
Oh,
like
and then
so
like the
because I got
future.
such an attachment with that Flash, right? So I was like, I can't see any other
Yeah,
person play Flash now because he just killed that
exactly.
fucking that whole entire thing. The show kind of fell off for me though. The Flash show, like I think after I
Yeah,
watched not Reverse Flash, but Zoom, I think was the last time I watched it before they
yep,
went into like
yep,
Wally West and stuff like that. And I was like,
yeah.
dude, this is so
Wally
fucking
West was,
clean.
yeah. You could tell it was just like they're trying to continue it at that point and all that, and it was cool. Like I watched a few episodes, but it didn't. That was the season where it literally like I couldn't like watch this anymore. I wasn't into it. Like
Yeah.
it seemed like they were trying to stretch it out. So yeah. But before that, oh my god, I was addicted, bro. Like
I
Zoom was
remember we
hella
used to
dope.
talk about it constantly.
Yeah.
And Arrow was the fucking
so
shit. Like I love like that dude Stephen Amell who played Oliver Queen. Like to this day, he is
yeah,
Oliver Queen to me. I don't care. Like I wish they found a way
yeah,
to put them into the one like into those movies. Like
yeah.
in Justice League, the Green Arrow is in the Justice League. Like how are you not going to put him in there? He's literally pivotal in the Justice League.
I know. I don't know, man. Maybe they just didn't want to like. They felt like they already had too many characters or something. And they didn't want to like do another story, another backstory to that, or so. I don't know. Or the licensing. I have no idea, but they need to just figure this shit out because DC is a dope ass brand and they can do so many great things. But then they just like
Fuck it up.
they always have problems with the directors. They always have problems with these licensing and all this crap. And it's just they're rushing projects and like even the like Harley Quinn movie, the last one that just came out, like Birds of Prey, it was okay. That's it.
Yeah,
Again,
I
it was
agree.
just okay.
It was hella corny.
Like she killed Suicide Squad. Her and Will Smith pretty much saved that movie for me. But
Hmm.
then you put her in this again, and it was like she does a good Harley, but the story is stupid. Um, it's like feminism just going around like doing stuff, which is cool, but it's like, bro, I don't know. It's just weird.
No, I agree. And
Yeah.
like I mean there's nothing wrong with having like a female lead, but it's like when they throw it in your face, like even in Endgame when they had that little like girl power moment where all the girl like leads come in and they fight together. I was like, okay, you guys are just
Mm.
doing that to like please women, which is fine, but you're throwing it in our face. Like you could have done it a little bit of a better way than just having that little pan out where everyone's like let's go. Time to fight, girls.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Say they
dude,
do the
like,
same thing in Birds of Prey. Like it's like they all band together as these like four girls, and it's like I don't know.
it's
It's
just
just weird. They
corny.
they 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 put too much corny stuff in the superhero stuff now. They like pertain to the blacks stuff and Black Panther and all this stuff. So it's just yeah.
Yeah, I saw that they're putting I mean they spoiled it because everybody thought Killmonger was dead, but he's gonna be in the new Black Panther
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, if he's not like heartbroken by then.
I know, right? I
By
was
Lori
talking to my
Harvey,
boss about that. He was like, he came into my office. He's like, see who Michael B. Jordan's with? I was like, Steve Harvey's daughter. He's like, that girl's gonna break his heart. It's about to be Fruitville Station 2. And
literally,
I was like, shut up. Don't say that.
she literally, she literally like, oh shoot, Little Sky's album dropped.
Yeah, so I was thinking like maybe we can react during the podcast, but I think what we will do is we'll listen to it, we'll break it down, and then we'll write down like our songs, and then we'll talk about it next podcast.
Okay, bet.
Because I don't know how to like structure it. The next step for this podcast is I want a way where we can, so if we want to react to something live, is I can like find a way to like either send it to you and we can queue up like on YouTube, like cool, start at 0, 3, 2, 1, press play. Or if there's a way where I can like share a screen and then just watch it off there. I'm trying to figure that out. So that's something
Okay.
I'm like working on for the next podcast where we can do like reactions to stuff too. Like for
Yeah,
instance, like Resident
that'd be
Evil
dope.
8, the trailer came and I was like, shit, it would have been cool if I was able to like know beforehand and then set a time where we can react to it live. But to the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, so next podcast will incorporate more of like reactions and like other stuff like that too. I mean, like I said, this is only a second episode. We're still getting we still getting our bearings, y'all. But trust me, these are gonna get more fire and more better, and you guys are gonna be like, "Yo, this is dope. I want to watch this all the time."
Yeah, you guys are on the journey with us right now. Even if we only get like 50 views or whatever listens, 100 episodes from now, you even know where we're going to be at. It's going to be crazy. Like, that's
Freaking
one thing
mentions and
about
stuff.
you're in the
Chilling.
journey here. I was going to ask you something so this is something I wanted to harp on, like how we're all kind of like putting ourselves out there with like pretty much just blasting different platforms and just trying to put content out and stuff like that. And one thing
Yeah.
that what took me so long to like actually do things was fear. Like I had a problem with putting myself out there, getting like made fun of it, or practically just like getting worried of how people would react to me, like for old friends, or how people would view me as in the light anymore. And I wanted to ask you like what kind of help do you put yourself out there more
What helped me put myself out there?
to kind of like shut that voice in your head up and be like, fuck it, just do it?
Yeah, so for me, a couple things. One, I still struggle with that. Like even like musically, like I've been on and off with music for so long, and I'm like I want to rap, then I stop, then I do this, and I put in like a few songs out, but then I retract from it. So I still struggle with it. But what's been helping me lately is honestly just kind of killing that little voice in your head and realizing that it doesn't fucking matter. You know, it doesn't fucking matter. You have one life to live. You're only going to be yourself once. There's only one you. And I don't want to like be 70 something years old and filled with regret looking back on my life like, damn, I wish I would have tried this. Like if I try it, if I fail, whatever. But as far as like, you know, old people judging me, I just kind of got rid of I don't hang around people that are toxic. I don't kick it with people that like doubt me or like anything like that. I got rid of all that kind of stuff. So that definitely helped a lot. And you know, just trying different things and finding what you're good at and seeing what people like, you know, your strengths and just doing it pretty much. That's the only way to really do it.
Yeah, no, I like that.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one thing that
Have you thought of go ahead.
well, no, what were you gonna ask?
I was like, have you what it like cuz now that you're doing it, like what was the pivoted moment for you? Like what kind of changed?
Yeah, so like for me, like I always had like self-worth problems, like especially like back in like 2016, I used to have a lot of like self-worth problems. That's why I kind of consumed
Yeah.
myself in like bodybuilding and stuff like that because I wanted to feel like worthy or have like this physical image of like worth. But it really wasn't
Yeah.
about like my physicalness or it wasn't really about how I looked and stuff like that. And for me, it was really just like I had an issue where I wanted to have people think highly of me and like
Mm-hmm.
pretty much like have a good like vision of me practically. Eventually,
Yeah.
like as I got older and trying to please people that I didn't need to please, or trying to like create this image for social media and stuff like that, like at a certain point, and it happened, I want to say like when I started to get like fatter and bigger, like I even got even worse. And like when I first started streaming in 2018, I started to feel like more comfortable with myself. I started to accept myself more. I started to pretty much like understand like what I can give and like the worth I can give to people in means of just like I used to stream all the time. I still do stream, but like back in 2018, what made me happy was like people who like were tuning in to like I would make people's days practically. Like it didn't matter what the shit was going on in my personal life, but one thing that I really enjoyed was going on stream and making other people's days. And
Mm-hmm.
like eventually got to a point where I just stopped giving a fuck what people thought about me, to be honest. Like I'm
Yeah.
was so like not myself at a certain point because I cared so much of how people viewed me. Now I really don't give a fuck. Like if you don't like me, you don't like me.
Yeah.
If you don't think I'm funny, if you don't think I'm this or that, like I really don't care anymore. Like I'm all about
Yeah.
myself. Like I'm here on this earth to figure something out that I feel like I can give to the world. Like it means of like the content that I produce. Like streaming really helped me build value on what I can do. It means as a person, like if I can like motivate, help someone go through something, or get out of breath of caffeine. But yeah, like pretty much like I the one thing that helped me is if I didn't have a support system like through you and Jade, like that would be a hard
Yeah.
thing for me. If I didn't have someone sitting there telling me to shut up and say like you can do it, bro. Like I don't know why you're thinking too much. Like and we do that for all of
Mm-hmm.
us. We have such a good support structure in our group that helps
Yeah.
me out a lot. Like I feel like I've opened up even more in the last 2 years than I normally have, and like really shown my personality more because like the people that are around me now don't judge me anymore. Like I eliminated all the terrible people and I have the core group of people that help push me. So that's a big help too. And like you said, I still
Yeah.
struggle with it, but it helps when I have people on my side, and it helps when I can still stay confident with myself and accept myself. That eliminates that fear practically.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. Like everything you said, I kind of like went through some similar stuff too, but I just realized like we're all gonna die one day. I know that sounds like morbid and like bad, but it's
It's
like
true.
I'm not gonna live my life regardless of if I come off fake or what. I don't know anything. I'm not gonna live my life holding back. So I'm gonna try different things. I'm gonna try to express myself the best way I can, and I'm gonna if I feel on the inside that I have value and and then I practice sometimes. Like I'll just have conversations with Teron or you or whatever, and if I'll see how people react, and people are like, "Dude, that was like tight," or "That was funny," or whatever. There is other people that are gonna appreciate that too,
Yeah.
and um, we forget just how big this world is. Like there's 7.7 billion people in the world, right? So the world is not just your little avenue or you live in Sacramento, it's just all these Sacramento people. Like,
Hmm.
because sometimes Sacramento can be toxic as hell. People all want to be celebrities, everybody's a rapper, all this stuff,
Oh yeah.
to the point where it's like, look at me, focus on me. So with me, it's like I'm just gonna like do what I think makes me happy, and like streaming's been making me happy, potty's been making me happy, going to the studio, that type of stuff's making me happy, and it gets me away from this I don't know, like
So like
nine to
societal like
five,
demands.
yeah, like the day to day life so much to where it's like whether it goes somewhere or not or whatever whatever it makes me happy. So you have to protect that and you have to like do those things because otherwise you're gonna just become dull and depressed and you're gonna look at yourself and be like, I hate my life and I hate this stuff because I'm not doing anything I like to do. I'm just doing a bunch of other stuff. So
Hmm.
because I need that, like I don't care so much what people care. Like I don't give a shit. Like, people could say whatever about me, but at the end of the day, I'm trying and you guys are just fucking talking shit.
Facts.
Not doing shit. So you know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of just what it is for me. But trust me, I still struggle with this sometimes. It took time for me to build myself up to do it, but now that I do it and I'm doing it now and starting to try to stay consistent and stuff like that, it's becoming easier and it's like I don't know. It's just I feel more comfortable doing it, and I don't care. So
Yeah, no, I agree. And that's
yeah.
one thing that's always stick to me, like when I was like 18, super skinny, trying to figure myself out and stuff like that. One of the like wisest words I ever heard, and it still like till this day pushes me, is the quote where this guy, his name was Z's. He was like a big bodybuilder back in like
I remember
2012
him.
before he died. You
Yeah.
know who I'm talking about? Yeah. So he
Yeah.
said something. He was like, "Look, you can't sit here and care about what people think. You shouldn't give a shit because if you sit there and think or practically like worry about what other people are thinking about you, you're not going to go anywhere in life. If you're so like judgmental on
Mhm.
yourself and so worrying about what people think about you, he's like, you got to put yourself out there. You got to go and do crazy shit. You got to go there and like have your personality and find yourself and practically just like try. Like, you got to
Yeah.
try. Otherwise, you'll never, you know, succeed in anything you want to do. And like, even like with the podcast, for example, like we'll fail, a million times. Like, there's things that we can do
Yeah.
better. Like, I want to fail.
I've already made mistakes during this pod that I'm already like, okay, I need to do that better and all.
Yeah,
Like I'm already thinking in this right now. So yeah,
exactly.
it's
Like,
gonna
I want
happen.
us to fail so
Yeah.
we learn and we can succeed. Like, I'm trying not to look
Yeah.
at failure as the one stopping block now. I want to look at it more as a learning process, what I can do better, and how I can pick myself up and give more effort than I wasn't before. And that becomes like
Yeah.
in the typical mindset of just like anything, like you can't be scared to fail. You can't be scared to get, judged, or you can't be scared to get criticized and stuff like that. You have
Well,
to love.
you never really fail until you stop. So
Exactly.
even when you make mistakes and fail, you're not failing. A failure is when you completely stop because you
Hmm.
can't overcome your failure. So when you fail, it's just like, okay, I saw what I did wrong, which is gonna happen. It's impossible to avoid it. Michael Jordan failed. Every great person's failed 1,000 million times. Steve
Hmm.
Harvey talks about it all the time. He's like, I failed so many times. You have no idea. Like, no idea. So yeah, it's I'm glad I failed. Like I'm glad I can learn from it and I can all that. It's not it sucks. Sometimes I'm like so hard on myself and I'm trying that's something I'm working on. It's not to be so critical and like
Hmm.
overanalyze myself so much and just who cares. And that's why like sometimes I will just be hella goofy and weird and I'm like, okay, who likes it? Who's okay with this and who's not judging me? Oh, you're not you think this is cool? Okay, that's who I want to be around. People
Yeah.
that are like they're all in their head and like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to be around people like y'all are weird to me. Y'all are hella like, I could not live like that if I'm so like thinking about every little move I make and everything I say. And oh my God, are they going to think this? And
Hmm.
he's kind of weird. Like, if I live like that, you might as well be dead, bro. Like,
Facts.
there's no point.
I
Yeah.
love the weird. I'm a weird motherfucker. I do the weirdest shit ever. It
Yeah.
does not matter. If you were to be around me for a whole day and see how my life is as Keanu Dean, you're either gonna love me or you're gonna be like, this motherfucker is on some weird ass shit. Like, that's how I like to live my shit. I do not want to be normal. I
Yeah.
don't want to be average. I want to be the like weirdest person. And I feel like there's a good thing about being weird is because you're not like everybody else. Like, you have something
Right.
else that you can give that people just can't like spark that in their head. Like, some people are way too logical and they think way too logical, so they're so like computing on, like you said, what they're going to say, how they act and stuff like that. Like, I don't want restrictions like that. If I want to be myself, I want to be myself, and I don't care how you view me, because at least I'm being true and genuine to myself. And you can put this fake like suit and tie on and say you're this person, but deep down, I know you're not that person. And when I see you act a different way, I know you're not being genuine, because for one, you don't act that way whatsoever. Like how we talked about
Yeah.
last podcast, like how these YouTubers and people, like when the cameras turn on, they completely change into like an over exaggerated version of themselves. And
Yeah. I'm like, bro, you're not even excited normally.
yeah,
What? Wait,
exactly.
so you're not even excited in real life when I see you, but then on YouTube you're like, "What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name." I'm like, bro, when I see you, you're like this.
You're a fucking square when I see you. Like,
Yeah, like you're not even happy about your life. So how? Why are you? What is this? So yeah, and I think everybody is a little weird. I think everybody has that inside of them, but it's just society has like made us think that you have to act a certain way. So then some people are just really good at it. You know,
mhm,
there's people that are just like they carry themselves in a way that's very like like that, and like that's cool. You know, if that's you. But then I feel like I don't know. I feel like people. the reason I feel like this way is like I'll get around those people and I'll be myself, and then I'll see them kind of be like more like that, and I'm like, oh, so
Mhm.
that's in you, and you're like that. You just are too afraid to show it,
Yeah.
and that's why some people like hanging out with me because I'll like bring them out of that like whatever because I don't care. So then it makes them feel more comfortable not to care or whatever. I'm like, why don't you just not care either and just be you and like
Live
who
life.
cares what do you if you want to wear fucking I don't know like I wouldn't go so far as like like some crazy shit, but like if you want to dress weird and do all this stuff, to do it, bro. There's Tyler the creators that walk around. There's Trippy Reds.
Mhm.
There's fucking. Who cares anymore, bro? It's
Facts.
2021. There's
Facts.
alien. There's aliens, bro. I'm an
Literally.
alien. No, I'm just kidding.
It's been confirmed. Yeah, dude, like I agree. Like I feel like one thing like too that people don't have is like a friend group that kind of will help bring that out to you. Like our friend group can do. Like generally when people hang out with us, they all really gravitate towards us pretty well because of how like
hmm
open and like just weird and we all have like really good personalities and we can just bring that out of people sometimes. And like I feel like other
Right.
friend groups like they either don't do that or they don't have enough friends or they just don't have like what we I would consider like our brotherhood, right? um
Yeah.
a thing for them to have someone that can bring that out because I think we all can bring that extra side out like easily. Like when we all get together, it's like straight weird. It's just nothing but
Yeah.
good vibes and happiness. But like there's other friend groups I've
Right.
been around. I'm like, you guys are fucking weird, but in a weird where I don't like this type of weird. Like
Yeah.
like
Like
there's
it's like
times.
passive aggressive, like like just stuff where it's cool. Sometimes that's cool, but it's like if it's like that all the time, isn't it exhausting? Like
I agree.
God damn, I get tired of like ego fighting with people and
Dude,
just
facts.
stupid bullshit. Like, bro, who at the end of the day, bro, who gives a shit, man? Whatever makes you happy, do you? But no, I think you're right. I think that is why like a lot of people they'll come kick with us and they want to hang around. They want to kick with us more. They're like, bro, y'all are hella cool, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
Not to like toot our own horns, but just kind of what happens. And so I think anybody that is struggling with that, try to be more of you, show more of that core of you, because I guarantee you, there is people out there that are gonna love it, and
Hmm.
regardless if you think it is the cool thing to do or whatever. Like honestly, bro, I don't even like cool people anymore. I hate cool people. Like
They're not
when
even
I'm on
cool.
Instagram, like sometimes I'll post stuff on Instagram trying to be cool. I'm feeling myself, whatever. But like when you really know me, you know like I still act like how I act, right?
Yeah.
So when people are trying to be hella cool on Instagram, I literally don't like them. Like you're trying way too hard. You're taking yourself too serious. You're trying to be this like the coolest guy ever. It's just like, bro, we're like in our late 20s, bro. Like nobody gives a fuck about being cool. I don't
Yeah.
think you should. I think you should just be real and be focused on being a good man and like taking care of your family and shit like that.
And that's what comes with growing up, right? Like getting older
Yeah.
and stuff. Like I see like a lot of people I work with, like a lot of them are 18 and 19-year olds. So like I can see the difference on like my mental state and their mental state and how they carry themselves and how I carry myself and when they're trying to be too cool. And I can just tell now at this point for being older now. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
like there's 26-year-olds that I know that do not act like me whatsoever. Like there's some like my old boss at my old gym, like he was my same age, but he was like a Jesse almost. Like no personality, super dry, like complete work was completely into his whole entire self. Like he just had like that robotic, like corporate, like type thing. Like, and he's my age, and I'm like, bro, like I'm 26 years old too. I can separate between professionalism and like being personal and stuff like that. But this is like taking a step. Like you're not even enjoying being 20 years old or like in your 20s. Like you're
Yeah.
already 46 years old at 26. Like feel
Right.
like you should like wait a little bit and really like enjoy your life and your youth before you really get to that serious point. Like by the time I'm like 36, maybe I'll be like a little bit more serious. Probably not. Like to be honest, I'm just not that person. But I don't know. Like
Yeah.
acting your age is one thing, but I don't think you should ever track your age. I am 26 years old and I still act like I'm 15. I still laugh at
Yeah. No.
SpongeBob to this day.
Yeah, no, facts, facts. Like, yeah, never. I don't think you should ever like lose your kid and lose. I think once you lose that, like, you're pretty much dead.
Hmm. And
Like,
this is what.
you're there physically, but like on the inside, you're pretty much dead. Like, once you lose your kid, that's why, like, like I'm a 30-year-old man with a daughter, and I still say like dope and like
Hmm.
whatever because I just like I'm not ready to just be that boring adult. Even my mom says stuff, and I'm like, I don't care. She's almost 50, and she
Facts.
still does like little young stuff. And I'm like, I used to be like, Mom, shouldn't you be like gardening or some shit? But then now I'm like, she's living her life and shit. Whatever makes her happy, like who cares, bro? All those like constructs that society like puts into our mind that you have to act this way,
Mm-hmm.
I think are stupid. I think it's bullshit. I think it's all created. It's like society created a character and we're all trying to fit into those molds, into those little things. But once you just do you and you find your path, like I don't care if you're 35 years old smoking weed and watching anime. As long as you're handling your business and doing your things and you're not being a shitty human being, who cares?
Facts. Facts. I agree the same thing. And I'm glad you talked about the happiness part of it because that's one thing. You got to find your happiness, like whatever makes you happy. Like, obviously, like working 9 to 5s, that definitely does not make anybody happy unless you fucking love your job and that's like what you want to do for the rest of your life and like the corporate world and stuff like that. But you need to find
Yeah.
like that youth. Like, I saw something the other day where they talked about like hobbies, where like a hobby is kind of like something that you hold on to from your childhood. So like hobbies like video games and anime and streaming and like YouTube stuff and content creation and creativity and like music and stuff like that. That's like something that I always loved as a kid that for me will
Mm.
never leave because that's like my childhood and that's will always be like me is those kid moments that still transition into my adult life that I still to this day enjoy and love. Like, I love video
Yeah.
games, I love music, I love like pretty much all the things I liked as a kid, I still love and try to still like because the moment I stop liking those things is probably a moment where like I'm either like fucking deathly depressed or
Yeah.
just hate my life.
Yeah. Childish Gambino from his stand up has a part where he goes, if you walk into Home Depot and you get excited, you're dead.
Yeah,
He's like, you're dead. And I know it's like kind of just being funny, but it's basically saying like if you lose like that spark that you kind of have, like bro, I watched the Broly movie like 3 weeks ago. I still love Dragon Ball
facts.
Z to this day.
Yeah,
I
facts.
watch it. I go to the gym and I want to get hubbed. Like I don't care. I'm not gonna lose that because you should be drinking tea and reading Homer. What is it? Holmes Digest or whatever. Like
HGTV, shit like that.
HGTV. No, like I don't. No, I'm doing what I want, and as long as I pay my bills, take care of my daughter, like I'm gonna continue to do me forever. I don't care. Like this is a problem I struggle with too. Like I was like I don't want to rap no more because I just felt like I was too old. I was like I'm 30 years old.
Hmm.
Like rapping is like kind of like a young sport. Like what you shouldn't do that. But then I'm like, wait, there's still dope rappers that are older and like the young. It's not a young man sport. It's actually it gets better as it ages. To be honest, like Jay
Yeah.
Z's raps are still dope. So
Like
so
JID,
yeah,
like he blew up and he was already in like in his 30s. Like when he got super super popular, he was already like 30 years old. Um
yeah.
the baby, like he started popping when he was like old, like in his like 28 almost, like 27, 28.
Yeah, I
And
didn't even know how old the baby was. I thought he was younger, but I
yeah,
found out later that he's kind of old. Yeah.
same thing with who's the other artist I'm trying to think. But
My
there's
bad, kid. I gotta
another.
go to the bathroom again. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good.
My bad.
Now I'll go into Keanu show again real quick. So while I have you here, me and Rob, we stream. We're pretty good streamers. You know, you should definitely follow our Twitch channels. I'm twitch.tv/bit. I'm Kiki. Rob's is twitch.tv/rwashington2. This is where you can find our gaming streams where we go in, play a handful of different games. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm kind of like a variety streamer. I like to play a bunch of different things. Rob's the same way. We kind of don't focus on just one game only. Come through. Want to see Keanu unfiltered for 4 hours a night? You know where to find me. And drink this water real quick. God damn, that's the downside about drinking too much liquid. You gotta pee a lot. Gotta pee more than a racing horse. I think that's the phrase. God damn. Ladder gang.
Ooh, all right, sorry, y'all. It's all that water, bro. I'm drinking all this water because I was like all dehydrated from caffeine, and then
Mhm.
now it's like bathroom. So
No, I feel you.
my
Like,
bad.
I feel the same thing. I just harped on that too when you were gone. I was like, you know, that's the downside of drinking a lot of caffeine and water is that you gotta pee pretty often.
Right.
Oh, the
The
artist I
good
was
thing
thinking
is
about that's in his
oh yeah.
30s too is Fabio Foreign, he's in his 30s too, and he just started popping off too. He was on the freshman cover, and he was already 31 years old.
See, yeah. So it's just that's another thing that I think we're gonna touch on the next pod
Mm-hmm.
is that's what I want to. I'm gonna put that in there. Is this is self limiting beliefs? Like I feel like there's so many people that could do so many like great things, but it's so like ingrained in them that like oh I'll never be this or I shouldn't even try because I can't get to this level and stuff like that. Because with social media, we tend to compare ourselves to so many different people that it kind of
Mm-hmm.
like you know what I mean? So it makes you put a limit on yourself so then you don't even try, or maybe you just try a little bit when you feel like you could probably go past that. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that on the next pod though. For
Yeah, no,
sure.
I agree. Like self, that's a good ass one. Like I didn't even think about it like that, but yeah, that's a deep topic. I can't dive into. So we want to. You want to do another
Um
topic, or want to end the show?
I wanna
We're around like 1 hour
yeah.
and 33 minutes of recording right now.
Yeah, I would say let's wrap this one up because I was gonna say let's go into our alien talk, but I think I wanna save some of that other stuff for the next pod.
That's cool. I mean, we could do
Like we
other
could even
talk.
if you want, like I don't know what you're doing this weekend, we could even shoot another one like this weekend too.
Yeah, we can if you want. It's cool because if we
Yeah.
record, like I was thinking, if we do one a week, that means 4 podcasts a month. So that gives us
True.
more opportunity for our podcasts. Because typically
Yeah.
with some people they do like one a month or they do like two a month. The one I like to watch
Mhm.
called PK, they do one every week, and I think that's perfect. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Joe
I'm down
Budden
to
does
record.
one every week too.
If we
Yeah.
record another one, I can always put that out like the next following week. Or if we don't record on that, it'll be just be another one. Because once I finish this
Yeah.
one, I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna get all that stuff done, and then we'll be ready to post it on Monday. And then if we
Okay.
record on a Saturday again, that one could post for the next following week. Like you know what I mean? Like work it that way.
Oh yeah, yeah. True, true. All
But
right,
we'll
well yeah,
see.
we'll figure it out. I just didn't want to like because of like our time, I didn't want to like go too much over and I didn't know if we should dive into a whole other topic that might take another like I don't know 45 minutes. So
We got like
that's the only
30
reason why I
minutes,
said that.
but I think the last one we finished at 155. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm done. We can save it. We that could be the first topic we go into the next one. I need to research
Okay,
more.
for
I
sure.
want to read those files that they posted on the. I forgot what site it is, but they released like over like 22 gigs worth of information from the government about aliens and stuff like that. That I wanted to like go through too, and I'll
What?
send you some
Oh yeah, we
stuff.
definitely facts. Yeah, let's definitely go into that. I did not know they did
Yeah,
that.
bro, like not too long ago, because
Yeah.
they said that bill, right, that had all the COVID relief. And one of the things that they released on there was that the government needed to start releasing things about aliens by a certain date. And they've been doing
Mhm.
it. And there's a website that's compiled like all the stuff that they release. And I'm talking like straight government like documents where they have like black lines where it shows like it's super confidential and stuff like that. Like they've poured hella shit into
Yeah,
it. So I kind of want to dig deep in that, and we could talk about that next one.
man. I definitely have run into some aliens, bro. Let me tell you, there's some.
Bro, me and Jade watched, I think it was called Dark Skies or something like that. It's like an alien movie, and it's like this
Yeah.
family gets targeted of like an
Oh yeah,
alien.
I
They
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, they make like first
Yeah.
contact with the sun, right? And at the end, it's not the right
Yeah.
sun, and the other sun gets taken. But that got me like kind of creeped out. I was like, bro, what if they like come here and they like target me, and then I'm gone forever, and I'm a fucking alien for the rest of my
Bro, like,
life?
all right, not to go too deep into that, but like me and my brothers as a kids, we got freaked out by the fourth kind,
Fuck yes.
and like it like really freaked us out to the point where like we were like tripping, bro, because you could get abducted and not even know it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you'll wake up and you have like scars, and you're like, what the hell? Like what happened and stuff like that. Or you could just be abducted and that's it. I mean, obviously we're here, but I'm just saying like
Yeah.
they were using interviews from people
Mm-hmm.
that were real interviews, but then they made it like into a movie form, and it's like, bruh, it basically made it seem real.
Yeah,
So,
well, they had
but
some raw footage on there too, like of the abduction one, where like it's near the end, where they have the police, like I think it's like the police camera, right? And it's looking at the house, and you see this like fucking black shadow. It looks like a what do you call those? Like a fucking flying saucer, like over the house, and
oh
it goes
yeah,
all staticky. I was
yeah,
like, God
yeah, that
damn,
movie was crazy.
this shit gives me
Like,
goosebumps still.
man, for real though, like man, I don't fuck with aliens. Nope.
Yeah, bro. The day that they come into this earth in my lifetime, I am going to fucking shit myself
Bro, I feel
completely.
like they're already. I feel like they're already here. We just don't know about it, or they've already came.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
Like,
wait till I tell you. I'm not gonna go into it now. But the next pod, I'm gonna go into like things that I've seen. But We'll save it for the next pod. So y'all stay tuned for the
it'll
next
be a
pod where
little
I go into
teaser. This
like
is a little teaser, a little tease
little
into your
teaser.
tea.
Yeah, the trip back from LA for me, and I'll have. We might even have a guest so I could co-sign like what we saw. And we were like, what the. So yeah.
You're gonna love our guest. He's one of the goats. He's like our third musketeer. There's always the three. It was always me,
Facts.
Rob, and this guy, Tehran, the goat. So that's gonna be a cool ass one. Cool. So we'll
Yep.
finish it. Yeah, this is a good podcast. Rob, I love you.
Yes,
You're the
sir.
goat. I'll
Love you
send
too,
you all
bro.
this
You
stuff
already
right
know.
after. Facts. All right,
All right,
dude.
for sure. All
Are
right,
you
y'all.
about to stream or what are you
Take
about to
care.
do?
Oh yeah, I'm about to play. I'm
Hitman?
about to stream. I'm about to play. Oh, I got to download that. Yeah, download that right now. Play
Facts.
Hitman.
I'm gonna come in your stream. All right,
All right, for
buddy.
sure, bro. Peace.
Boom.